Ta-da! Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so happy to see you again. My name's Jason, and this is Butterfly Square Garden. If you're returning, yeah, good to see you again. If you're new, we do lots of stuff here. It started out as a channel. I don't know. We do everything, but this video specifically is about drawing. Whether you are an advanced drawer or you're brand new, old or young, anyone can draw. Drawing is so natural that anyone who can read or write can and should be able to draw. If you were to meet an adult who didn't know how to read and write, you'd be like, didn't you go to school? This is kind of the same thing with drawing. It's just a different part of the brain. So, why may you want to learn how to draw? We all have our reasons, but a lot of us just think it's cool. I think it's cool, so I wanted to get better at drawing, and the best way to do that is by teaching, and then I can have more drawers in the world, and we can collaborate and make lots of fun drawings together. I want to get my face on camera, and just my face. This book, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, does a lot of stuff. And to condense it into two things, it gives you the basic building blocks of how to draw, like the skills you need to have. And that's these over here. And I like to start every single class reading them out. I think maybe we can do it a little faster today, though, than usual, because we're kind of getting better at this. Also, so we're going to learn how to draw. That means we're learning the 5 basic skills. Uh, we're going to talk about the right frame of mind that you need to be in. Then we're going to do some anatomy. Then we're going to do some self-portraiture. And then we're going to do some critique. So that is generally how the class is going to go every single time. And yeah, what happens in between is usually going to be a little different. So our creed, or whatever you want to call it, the 5 basic skills of drawing. They say drawing is a global task, just like riding a bike or reading or walking. You know, once you learn, you never forget. It only takes a couple skills that you put together, and then that's what you get. So that's what drawing is. So if you want to learn, you don't need to know how to draw if you want to learn how to draw. Like, obviously, isn't that counterproductive? So these skills are not even drawing skills. They're actually like visual skills. They're how you see things and what you see when you're looking at stuff. So what do you want to focus on? So yeah, the global skill of drawing a perceived object, person, landscape, something you see out there, requires only 5 basic component skills, no more. And these skills are not drawing skills, they are perceptual skills, listed as follows. 1, the perception of edges. That's like, you know, you can see in the ceiling there's a triangle, and then my head, you can see there's a line that separates stuff, but we can take that further later. The perception of spaces, that would be like everything inside the edge of the outer rim of my head would be the space of my face, and you know, the background would be well, that's the perception of relationships, is putting spaces next to each other. So you've got my head has a relationship in space to the, you know, my background, or even my elbow or my shoulder. So then the perception of lights and shadows just further puts dimension onto the space, and everything has a shadow that we can basically see. So the spaces that have relationships with each other can be further identified with their shadows. That gives them like 3 dimensions instead of 2 dimension. Oh. And then 5 is perception of the whole, or the gestalt, which just means like you put the first 4 together, and then the sum of the parts make something As a whole, I guess. Yes. So the skills build on each other. Edges is in the circle within spaces, which, is then scaffolding for relationships, which then blah blah blah, lights and shadows, and the gestalt. So we're getting through the book pretty good so far. Usually we read lots and lots and lots. Over here they talk about L mode, R mode, brain. Left mode, just for the sake of speeding this up, is like numbers, time, letters, and words. Right brain is like space, pattern. It's really abstract. It's like your dreaming mind. I wish my phone would focus better. So we talked about getting the five basic skills, and then you can draw. Uh, but now we're learning that we've got a dominant mode of solving problems, I guess. And that's wrong for drawing. For drawing, you want to use the R mode. So how do you do this? I've explained them so many times in the other videos. Do 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 do. Oh my God! It says, I'll just read this. The perverse R mode strategy, in contrast, may seem difficult and unfamiliar, even off the wall. It must be learned in opposition to the natural tendency of the brain to favor L mode because, in general, language dominates. I haven't read this part yet. So, by learning to control this tendency for specific tasks, one gains access to powerful brain functions often obscured by language. My camera froze. Uh-oh. What do I do? I'm going to deactivate it and reactivate it. Oh no, I'm back. And I'm still recording. I'm going to record a video, but I'm going to not make it too long because now I'm scared. My phone was slow first, and now the camera froze. So we're in dangerous territory. At least I can see. I don't know, it looks like it's all working. You guys. Recording. Someone do my recording for me. So, R mode is kind of hard to get to if you've never really consciously experienced it. It happens like when you're running or when you're doing yoga or when you're playing music. When you're going to sleep. It's kind of normal. So all of the exercises in this book are based on two organizing principles and major aims. First, to teach the reader five basic component skills of drawing, and second, to provide conditions that facilitate making cognitive shifts to R mode, which is the thinking, seeing mode specialized for drawing. We literally have a part of the brain that's like designed to draw. So like it's really not that hard. It's really natural. So yeah, again, in learning to draw, you get to control your brain. We get it. What else did I want to say in here? She does a class where people go from looking like their drawings in this picture to like actual portraits, and that's what I like to focus on in my fine arts class. We're drawing portraits. I used to have my kids draw 5 minutes of like uninterrupted, focused, no talking, drawing self-portraits. But I also like to do upside down drawings. Look at this. That's like an adult. She talks about dyspictoria or dysartistica, which is like the drawing version of dyslexia, but I think we can work around it, everybody. Like, you can learn how to draw, especially if you want to. So we're not going to do this today, but pure contour drawing is good exercise to get good at drawing, and refine those basic skills. He's looking at his hand and he's drawing the wrinkles in his hand, but he's not looking at his hand while he's drawing because he's just looking at the edges of the wrinkles. So that's what you can see these drawings, and it doesn't even look like a drawing, obviously. Like it's just squiggles, but it is a very, very, very good exercise because um, this is good. Let's just read it. I don't think I said it. This you can do on your own, but I used to do this a lot. So the paradox of pure contour drawing. Let's see if I can get this to stop wiggling. The paradox of pure contour drawing exercise, for reasons that are unclear, is that pure contour drawing is one of the key exercises in learning to draw. So if you're teaching kids to draw, if you're old and want to draw, do this. So it's a paradox because pure contour drawing, which doesn't produce a good drawing in students' estimations, is the best exercise for effectively and efficiently causing students later to achieve good drawing. Even more important, though, this is the exercise that revives our childhood wonder and the sense of beauty found in ordinary things. I love this book. So yeah, the brain, it just gets really tired. Set a clock for 5 minutes and do it. After about 30 seconds, you'll be really bored. But keep going because what that basically means is that the left brain doesn't want to do it anymore, and it'll give the task to the right brain. And then when you start to like feel that happening and see it in your drawing, you can just like throw out whatever you're working on and start over. And that's like a good point to start drawing what you're looking at. Another one is negative space. We'll do that in another exercise, but what we're doing today is upside down drawing because that was my kid's favorite thing to do. I would print out things like Nintendo, like Mario and Sonic and Disney characters, and the kids would be like in first grade, but drawing. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this to refocus. Do 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 do. Yeah, they would be in like second grade, or third grade, and they would be drawing Princess Peach and Mario and Mew and Mewtwo. And they like actually looked like the cartoon characters. They looked like sixth grade work. I would always tell them I didn't start drawing till I was 12, and you guys are half my age. So this is like really really exciting for me as a teacher. They were so good. So at the end of the year, we made a gallery, and I hung up all their work, and the parents like walked around and looked at their kids' work. So I'm looking for a specific drawing that my teacher used to teach me to draw. There's so much material in here, guys. Like I can spend literally like a whole year reading excerpts from this book and still not even like I mean, we're gonna have to eventually finish the book, and hopefully by then, why can't I find this drawing? It's because I'm talking. She had me draw chairs. My art teacher. I drew this chair, and it came out really good. I was like, sometimes you can surprise yourself with the work that you do. Oh my God, why can't I need to start doing like little tabs so I can find this better. Do 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 like drawing exercises. So bear with me, everybody. I guess I'm still becoming familiar with the book as well. We're only 14 minutes in. Do I usually start drawing before this? I've done this face vase exercise many, many times. I'm gonna skip it because I want to jump right into the upside down drawing with you guys. Maybe you can do it with me. Found it. God. So this is a drawing. I'm holding the book right side up, and this is a drawing, so you can like they're opposites. It's an upside down picture in the book, and a Pablo Picasso portrait. So this is the exercise. So I'm gonna get a piece of paper, And here's what we're going to do. We'll do this together. If you want to print out the picture, because maybe this isn't focusing so good for you on your computer, figure 4-7, Pablo Picasso, portrait of Igor Stravinsky, Paris, May 21, 1920, privately owned. So yeah, I was a kid, and the teacher was like, draw this, but it's going to be upside down. And I'm going backwards in my... Oh, here, let me show you. So I'm going to go backwards because I filled up my book. Come on. Oh my god. I've drawn this in many other videos, and we've drawn some skulls a whole bunch of times. We've drawn portraits. I'm just going until I get a blank page. I did this one. I messed up in that one. Skulls, portraits. That was the one I did yesterday. Those were the skulls I did yesterday. Those were the portraits I did yesterday. Hopefully we'll get a better portrait because I'm like, wow. But those are gesture sketches. If I were to take my time, usually they come out better. Do I want to use a pencil or a marker? What do y'all think? Should I use a pen? I wish I had a thick pen. Or a thin marker. So, there's really no better way for me to zoom. If I were to zoom in, I would just lose quality. So, man, it's so sad. I'm just gonna start drawing with my trusty Busby pen. I'm gonna draw this in pen. It is a Profile 14B like Power Mate. It's just a junk pen. I'll get that out of the way. So this is a really good exercise because the left brain can't really understand what it's looking at, and the right brain sees shapes for what they really are. You know, this looks like a club or something, but it's really part of the chair. The glasses are just circles. So I'm going to do this exercise in front of you guys just to prove that it's not like a magic trick or anything. You know, drawing upside down is very... It's like a common way to... artists know about this. Man, I can barely see. This is such a terrible video. So, can I get the mouse out of the way? Ay, 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 ay. Half my videos are always just me moving shit around. And it's not a kid's video, so I can say shit. And the reason it's not a kid's video is because I want you guys to comment, and you can't comment on kids' videos. So, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Have you ever done upside down drawings before? I'm going to start right in the middle because that's usually... Oh my god, my head is like right in the frickin' way. So aggravated. Okay, let's just jump into it, Jason. So I'm going to start in the middle because that's just like a good place to start. And what I'm seeing is kind of like a little stick thingy. And then it goes out like this. And then it starts to go this way. And I'm going to kind of stop there. Oh, I didn't even make this thing long enough. So I'm going to make this thing a little longer. It's okay if you mess up a little bit. Just do your best, everybody. I should have done this earlier. But I'm going to add in this little circular thingy. This isn't going to come out perfect, everybody. I'm like giving an example, so I'm kind of moving fast even for my own self, but I'm kind of That's what I'm trying to do in getting better as an artist. So there's like a circle over here, and then that circle connects to that big long stick thingy that we were talking about earlier. I feel like I already just crossed over. I can do this. There's always like a kind of hesitancy of like, oh, I don't know if I can make the art. And it's like, just don't even worry. That's not even, you're not, if you hear your talking mind talking, be like, ugh, goodness. No, be kind. I don't want to go too fast, but I also don't want to um, make careless mistakes. So that is the play-by-play. Um, you want to just focus on seeing the line work and not even worry about anything else. And just put it down like exactly where you see it. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. So now I do know what I'm drawing. I know what it's an image of, but I don't want to label it in my head. Like I know their hands, but I'm not thinking of these as fingers. I'm just being like, well, that one's almost an oval, but it's not quite oval. It's more rectangular with a trapezoid on the left side. And this kind of comes out like a little wormy, and then it loops up that way, and there's two lines right there. That's why, it's no different than the pure contour drawing exercise where you're drawing the wrinkles in your hand. It feels exactly the same way. So drawing on the right side of the brain is a book in enhancing artistic creativity and creative confidence. Do 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 do. Okay, I know I totally fucked that up, but I see that line here, and it comes down here like a little branch, and do 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 do. Again, this you're supposed to go very, very slow. How slow does the book say? I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty positive that the book says you should take like at least 30 minutes to do this exercise. Boop 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 boop. I don't think I made. Let's see. It'll be fine. La 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 la. Oh God, you can't even see what I'm doing. Do 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 do. That comes out like that, and that goes in like that, and it comes up like this. There, and then this comes like a cone shape, but it's like a little bird beak. You can just see whatever you want in those shapes as long as you draw the shape. A do 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 do, and then this comes here. And sorry, I'm covering the paper. La 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 la, but I'm almost done with that part of the drawing, and then you can see what I'm doing after. Do 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 do. Ooh, how did I miss that before? Well, I didn't miss it. I just didn't get to it yet. So, dope, 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 dope. I'm like having a lot of fun, and I don't want to mess up the drawing just 'cause I'm having so much fun. Do do do. It's literally just lines. Like I might as well be drawing a spider web. Boop boo doo doo boop boo. I'm like I am looking at what I'm drawing, but I'm not processing like any of it, and I'm totally fine with that. So I know I messed up here. Oh God. These lines have like boop 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 boop. If I were to make that like that and make like that, then none of y'all would probably even notice the difference. So that's another thing about art is even if the artist makes a mess up, um, it can be interpreted any way by anyone. Like even if you weren't making a mess up, people probably wouldn't even interpret the work the way that you wanted them to anyway. So like just it's whatever. Um, yeah, I want to work around these hands things because I think I was getting too far away from the drawing what it's supposed to be. I mean, we'll see. Like, you guys have seen my face in vase drawings. Just don't draw around the edges and then try to work your way into the center because that's when things will look wrong. Like the proportions can be off by a little bit, but as long as you're not like in the end trying to when you know it's wrong and you're trying to fit puzzle pieces where you know that they don't fit, like that's the only time that you're doing it wrong. You might as well just start over. Um, because this isn't about getting a good drawing, it's about training our eyeballs. That's what I would always tell my kids. We're training our eyeballs because in order to draw, you need to be able to see what you're looking at. Like it's so funny because like that's literally all it takes is like, well, what are you looking at? I don't know. How do I draw a nose? Well, you look at it and then you put on the paper what you see. That's the secret, everybody. This is a little tricky thing over here, so hold on. It kind of goes down like that. And then it was a squiggle like here, and a two squiggle and a triple squiggle. And then I know that this is a shirt collar, but I'm not. I don't know it's a shirt collar. I don't know what it is. And I don't know what it. This looks like a bird beak looking in the other direction. It might be the chair arm on the opposite side of what we did before, but I wouldn't know that because I'm just drawing squiggles. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? I feel like the hard part's already over. This goes like, oh, swoopy up like that. And then there's another swoopy, and I know it goes further, but I'll have to get back to it later. A boop, boop, boo, boo, boo. Aren't we having fun? I mean, this is supposed to be fun, everybody. You're supposed to be like, this is what they were talking about before, about like finding the joy and the beauty in like totally obscure normal things. This is a close one over here. I mean, I think I'm accomplishing what I want to do, but I feel like we're getting a little off base. But I don't know. I haven't even who knows. Boop boo boo boop boo boo boo. As long as I have enough space for the head at the end. Otherwise, I will literally attach a piece of paper. If you go off the page, add more paper. I don't care. This is about being creative, and being creative isn't about following the rules. It's about, see, like, I shouldn't say that this is a mistake, but I added, I added an extra line. So, boop, boo, 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 doo, doo, doo. Okay, so now there's a line that comes all the way up here. And all the way on the other side of the pocket, that's not a pocket, it's just a bunch of lines. And now I can finally feel secure because I had a little open edge over there and it was making me insecure. But now it's okay, everybody. I think I just gave this guy really, really square shoulders, but I was like, I'm running out of space, everybody. Uh-oh, I'm going off the page. Goodness gracious, ass is bodacious. I'm just trying to get it all on screen without ruining everything I have on the table. All right, you're doing good, Mr. Model. We're almost done. The head is going to be right up to the edge, but I'm kind of satisfied with how this is going so far. So we just have to do this. We're like 2/3 done. So a big part of learning how to draw is just being secure in the process, because usually your drawing isn't going to look like a drawing until the very end, and the whole time you're going to be wanting to be like criticizing it, but I highly recommend not doing that. I didn't really know what was going on the other side of the page, so I'm just gonna go with. And if you ever don't know where to start, like I said, start in the middle and then just draw whatever's next to whatever you were drawing. I don't recommend drawing a line over here and then like doing this section and then drawing that section and connecting them in the middle. Don't do that. It needs to all be one piece. Like if you're drawing anything, it's because it's next to something that you just drew. So it's all one cohesive piece. Like I'm telling you, you'll never get through the rest of your drawing if you do it that way. So my finger is getting tired of holding the paper. Like I can be judging like this line is in the middle of the page, which is above this line, which is all the way at the bottom of the page, and triangulate, because if I'm drawing, I know it's the head. If I'm drawing the head and I'm focusing on connecting the head to the shoulder, but I'm not paying attention to how the head connects to the opposite edge of the paper, then you're still going to mess up. So part of the right brain, it's a holistic. It doesn't see parts. So you need to be focused on the whole drawing in your mind and hold that in your mind while you put in the pieces. But it's important to think of it as one cohesive piece made up of a whole bunch of little parts. Okay, so don't worry about it. Like the caterpillar doesn't worry about moving. Oh, I gotta move one leg and then move the next leg, then move the next leg. They just walk. So just walk along the page. We're on the boardwalk, on the boardwalk, boardwalk. Oh baby, on the boardwalk, boardwalk. Oh yeah, on the boardwalk. That's what we're doing. We're just walking along. So, okay, kind of slowing down because this is getting into more of a weird spot. Okay, so that's the line there. And then I see it comes up like this. And then I got 1, 2, 3 dots with 2 lines. And then it goes like that. Okay. And then it goes down like this and connects over there. That connects like this, and that connects right underneath that little circle. So that's what I'm triangulating in the circle with what's above it. Because again, it's not that this is a difficult area to draw. It's just that it's more fine. It's just got more spots to draw. So I'm taking more time to draw those spots. That's what drawing is. Artists can take like 10 hours drawing boo 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 boo. You can do drawings made of just dots because once those dots, you step back and you put them together, and those dots make something. Okay, so that goes like that, and then this thing swoops down. I made the line several different times, so it's not exactly how I want, but boop boo doo 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 doo. Oh, okay. La 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 la. How are my cameras doing? I'm still on camera. Okay, good. So now, I feel like that's it. We're almost. That's pretty much like it. We're like done almost. So this is like, oh God, I love his. It is a chin. I know it's a chin, but I'm not. I don't really know it's a chin, everybody. Ooh, this connects so well together. Ooh, I left that line for me. When you leave a line for yourself and you come back on the other side of the drawing and you connect a line to where it's supposed to go, it's like it gives you goosebumps. It feels so good. I just connected that line just just perfect. Well, I mean, for my own drawing. I'm very happy with how this is coming out so far. It's just like doing a puzzle. That's literally all. It's just doing a puzzle. Boop, boo, boo, boop, boo, boo, boo. Like, that's a square with one side that's triangular. Can you draw a triangular square? Yeah, you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so it has one line there, one line here, and then one line that comes out here, and then there's one line on the other side, so I'm going to connect it on the other side. And then there's one final line in between all of those that we did. So, bloop, 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 that goes there. Bo, 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 bo. I'm kind of going to, I want to come at it from this angle now, because I'm getting a little confused on that side. La, 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 la. Do 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 do. I want to connect this line. Do boop 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 boop. Boop. That's what's going on. Okay. Do boop 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 boop. And then this goes out wide. Just like that. And then this is it. Oh, I'm not done. I gotta finish. I'm not done. But it's almost done, everybody. We're close. This is really fun. I'm having fun. I'm just double checking because sometimes people miss lines, but I didn't miss any lines. It's so funny. My kids would hand me drawings, and I'd be like, "What about this line? What about this line? Like you missed them." So get all the lines, everybody. I'm so excited to finish this drawing. Drawing feels so good. And I kept it all on the page. I didn't have to add any paper. So there's one line here. Ooh, this is a very detailed spot. I think I was afraid of it, so I left it to the end. But I didn't mess up the rest of my drawing. How many is there? 1, 2, 3 little tiny lines right there. I'm going to start from the bottom, though. 1, 2, 3. And there's a dot here. Oh, man, we're getting into dots now. Do, 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 do. On the little bigger lines with the horizontal line. I want to make this a little higher. Yeah, I want to make it like that much higher. So it comes out. We've got a loopy here. Not a loopy, but more of a swoopy. An upside down C, more like a rainbow. This is literally what I'm thinking. I'm like, so this is a rainbow, and this is a McDonald's arc, and this is a Like a chocolate chip cookie. I know it's not going to come out perfect, but I'm just happy that I did it because again, oh man, I made the nose like half his face. It's the Nigel Strawberry Show. Yep, I think I messed up right at the end. Boop 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 boop. Don't give up, everybody. It can. I don't know. Who knows? It's supposed to go up like all the way over here. But if I were to fix it, no. Who would know? Am I even on camera? Who would know, everybody? Who would know if I changed the drawing a little bit? Who would know? Artists are liars. And kleptos. Artists steal all the time. I mean, a lot of them are good. I'm all about the original content, if you haven't noticed. He's got a little hair over here. I think I'm done. I think I finished. I can't find anything else. So, okay, everybody. This is the drawing that I was trying to copy, and that's my representation that I drew upside down. So, I mean, I know it's not perfect, but I'm gonna... Let me show you really quick. I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna do a big reveal. Ba 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 da 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 da. Oh man, I'm taking the stupid wire off. It's inhibiting me. Maha. Okay, so this was our drawing. This was our drawing. Take a good look, because I'm going to take it off screen. And then keep that in your mind. And now I'm going to show you the picture that I did right side up. And you tell me. Come on, get on camera. I'm in the way. The face is in the way. Why can't I do this? Ta-da! What does that look like to you? It looks like, that's clearly a face. He's got glasses, hair, ear, nose, lips, chin, neck. He's wearing a coat with, a tie, shoulders, arms coming down. He's got his hands together with his fingers interlaced with each other. Have you ever struggled with perspective? That's interesting. There's buttons and coats. There's a lot of wrinkles, and he's sitting in a chair that's, semi. It's coming in the same direction. I can see the spokes. It's all connected. His coat comes and slips out on the side, and the chair comes out in front of it, and his legs are coming down this way, and, I can see the wrinkles in his pants. So, what do you guys think? Does that look... It's a Picasso. Oh my god, my face froze again. How long has my face been frozen? I'm gonna flip if this doesn't work, guys. I reactivated the camera, but I'm flipping. I'm glad I can see the feed, because if I wasn't watching the feed, I would, be in trouble. So, that's the Picasso. What do you want me to say? That's Picasso. So now I'm putting them next to each other. Hold on, give me 1 second. A do 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 do. And remember, we drew this upside down. It's like what you drew a person sitting in a chair upside down, and it looked like, well, you would be. Hold on. Ah, this is so difficult. Why can't I get anything? I'm taking myself off screen over here. All right, so this was a very important exercise because it was basically like an example of the pure contour drawing. What do you guys think? Like I guess my jacket is a little open and their jacket isn't open in that spot. I'm critiquing. And I think maybe this hand is a little bigger. And his forehead is a little, I messed up, right? No, I mean that's kind of looks like you almost can't even tell. Like the arm is maybe a little short. Um, like I don't want to pat myself on the back, and it did take me a little while, but I was talking the whole damn time. Um, this is an upside down drawing turned right side up because the way that we're looking, my camera froze again. What the hell is going on? I'm flipping out, yo. The way that we're looking at our picture right now is they're both upside down. This is the picture that we drew. So, again, I want to emphasize that this isn't a man sitting in a chair with his hands. I am going to flip out. The camera froze again. This is just a random assortment of shapes. So, oh my god, guys, what the hell? I'm gonna switch the output. I really don't want to start over. I switched the USBs, so I'm hoping the camera doesn't freeze anymore, and I'm hoping the thing worked. So I'm gonna wrap up the analysis because I really want to continue class. Oh my God, we're almost at an hour. Upside down drawings, everybody. Maybe we'll just stop in an hour. I really wanna. I'll just have to practice on my own, everybody. No, screw that. I've had hour and a half classes before. So today we just did emphasis on upside down drawing. This is what we drew. This was our work today. Um, but it's really a Picasso. We drew a Picasso upside down. So, again, you can print it out yourself, but it doesn't even have to be this picture because it's kind of like an ugly guy. This is what I used to do with my kids. I would print out Mario and Luigi. It was really easy ones like Kirby. Kirby's literally a circle, and the eyes are a circle, and the arms are C's, and the shoes are C's or D's, whatever you want to call it. Jigglypuff is so easy. A lot of Pokemon are so easy. Almost any cartoon, you name it, Powerpuff Girls. It's like literally 4 lines. So you flip it upside down and tell the kids not to worry about like drawing the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the hair and just worry about drawing the C's and the squiggles and the loops and the swoops. Then they can draw Princess Peach, or a Bowser. Like some of them got really complicated. Like Bowser was a really hard one, and the kids, like some of the older kids, could do it. Um, I'm like getting goosebumps because the kids would crowd around. We would do critique where the kids would walk around class, and we would give constructive criticism, and the kids would just say like the nicest things to each other. So I want to move on. This was our upside down drawing. There are other upside down drawing exercises in the book. I don't know if that's what I want to do again for next class because I do want to do some negative space. Um, so I might figure out how to do a negative space one. But yeah, this is about practice, so I don't care if I'm here. I'm here all day, and this is for me. I watch these videos more than you guys. I am getting parched though. This USB port is the camera's working, so I don't want to jinx it, but I'm glad it's not freezing anymore. If I play back the video and it's like frozen the whole time from 12 minutes in, I'm going to flip a dip, everybody. Drink green tea, it's good for your health. Drawing is so good for your mental health. So again, going backwards from the end of the book. We want to get so good at drawing that people are like, and so confident. We just be like, not caring when people want to see our work because they're going to be hanging in galleries and they're going to be paying money for it. Just for a quick sketch of someone's booty. Everyone's going to be like, oh my god, I have to hang that on my bathroom wall. So yeah, portraiture is super important, but I keep telling everyone how I kept trying and trying and trying, but not getting better because I skipped the basics. So now we're working on the basics. The study of anatomy, I'm going to read this out for you, has long been essential training for painters and sculptors who want to accurately portray the human form. This has never been truer today. Do 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 do. This is just one of the best textbooks that I got. Sometimes you just know. They want to give thanks. I should flip through on camera. I think the longest class I've had so far was 2 hours, but I don't really, I don't want to be here all day. Don't you want to draw that? You can draw anything you want. It talks about how anatomy was like, oh, look how cool that is. This is what like doctors would do, and physicians, and I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We've spent the most time drawing the skull so far, and I think let's flip to the next page. I think we're ready. Boo 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 doo doo doo. Ah, every time I move the book, I click the mouse and the keyboard. Ah, that's why this video is so freaking long. I want to draw the man. Oh, God. This is so fucked up. This is where we were yesterday. This is where we're going today. Let's just draw it real freaking fast because it doesn't freaking matter. Okay, so you could, I mean, drawing this upside down wouldn't really be as helpful because I want to learn how to draw it right side up. So I'm seeing like a C shape over here. That's where I want to start. It's kind of in the middle of the drawing. Alright, so it comes up like that. So it does have the same sensation as the upside down drawing, because just because I'm drawing the mandible, doesn't mean I have to be using the left brain. I'm still using the right brain. So so you're not verbalizing what it is. You're just trying to abstractly draw what you're seeing. Ba, 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 ba. I'm going very lightly because I don't want to commit to any lines before I'm done putting them down. Something's off by a lot. That goes there. Oh. That's better. But then that means that has to come up higher. Okay. This is just a rough sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I've said in other videos that I used to be afraid of drawing the teeth. If I were to go back into my older sketches, I can see very clearly that when I was drawing anything mouth related, I would just put in a couple blocks, but I wasn't really like, I just felt like I couldn't do it. But you can do it. I guess I'm gonna start over here. No, I'm gonna start underneath it. There's these little, like, groovy things. Let's see, there's one here, two, three small ones, and then there's like one, two, three bigger ones, and then I don't see any more, but I do see my rectangular teeth are kind of over here. And you're allowed to put down a line and then come back and put a line next to it, but commit to the other line because we're still just trying to figure out where we are. I don't think I like this one at all. Oh my goodness, this is not coming out the way I want it to. Maybe I'm going too fast, but do 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 boo. 1, 2, 3. Then they have little rectangles on top. Those are like more diamondular. This thing is like the next spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess there's supposed to be 8 there, but it's not really showing it very well from this angle. Does this look anything like what I want it to look like at all? Yeah. Usually I'll draw something and like be, not very emotional about it, and then I'll come back to it later and be like, "Oh wow, why was I beating myself up?" Um, it's not a perfect jaw. I feel like I messed up a lot, so I'm just gonna jump in and start putting in some pen work, I guess, because I really want you only to see the good parts and not the bad parts. And then again, it's supposed to feel just like what I did with the upside down drawing, so I'm kind of trying to embody that with my line work. I really didn't like this, but now that I'm going over it with pen, I'm like, it's because there's so much more, do I want to say, to worry about. I mean, there's how many teeth? 8, 16. I only drew like 16 teeth, but really 17 because you can't really see one. And that's more, I don't know. It's not even that much. Like, guys, the more you do it, the easier it gets. You just gotta give yourself, I don't know, some time to work it out. Even if it doesn't come out good, so what? do 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 boo. I mean, clearly that's the bottom of this person's jaw. I don't know what gender they are, because what you really start to find out is, I mean, what is gender anyway, other than small differences in here and there. But then at the same time, whole religions are devoted into different aspects of masculinity and femininity. Do 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 do. I'm starting to think that it's really cool to be into like Wicca and paganism and the craft. It's all the same thing. Do 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 do. I'm trying to remember the creed. It's kind of like do what you will, but harm none. And I always thought that was pretty cool. Alright, so now I'm on the third tooth. If you just slow down and count them out, you're just like, well, if at first glance, there's so many that I can't even put them all in order. Like the left brain kind of freaks out. And it's the same thing with the wrinkles. It's like, there's just too many wrinkles. I can't draw all that. I'll be here all day. But, you're just trying to translate the visual information, and that's really not something to worry about. Now I'm just going to clean up the line on this side. Sorry, I'm like covering what I'm doing. Okay, and then like there should be more shading over here. You can always go back and like erase a couple things. I'm sure it'll help your drawing in here in some spots, like here and there. Don't go cray cray. Oh hey, look, there's a whole shadow behind it. I don't think I've really been doing that up until now, like drawing the shadows on stuff, but that really helps put them in space. Although we didn't even really get to shadows yet. We're still kind of focused on line work. Do 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 do. I mean, that's a jaw. Is it a perfect jaw? What is a perfect jaw anyway? Like, ugh. Blah, whatever. Oh, and hey, we're only at an hour, so maybe we can finish in an hour and a half. You know what? It's been a while since we've drawn a mandible, so I'm gonna forgive myself for not drawing a perfect mandible. But the next time we draw the mandible, I'm sure we'll be able to draw it faster and more accurately. I'm getting lead on my hand. It's always been that way since I was a kid. So before we move on, we do need to go on to the language of the anatomy. So where do we want to start? How about right here in the middle? That's the body of mandible. And this right here is the angle of mandible. Fun fact, I broke my mandible right here. Snapped it right in half, right on that angle, which is the second most common facial fracture other than the zygomatic arch, which is your... No, that's your cheekbone. Eye socket. I don't know the name of the eye socket. What is it? I guess it is the zygomatic bone. That's weird. I feel like... Yeah, I guess it just is the zygomatic bone. Okay. Interesting. The whole thing is the zygomatic process. Anyways, so yeah, I'm probably going to stop telling that story because we don't need to bring that up every time. Ramus is the top of the, over here. Condylar process. Okay, that's like this weird little loopy thing over here. Condylar process. Coronoid process is on the other side of the lip of the C shape at the top of your mandibles. So coronoid process. The more you draw it, the more you write it down, the more you say it, the more likely you are to remember it. So, gotta say, no, 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 no. This whole thing is the inferior dental arch, which I guess is just your lower row of teeth bones. So, inferior dental arch. And then down here, we've got the mental protuberance, which is your chin. Mental protuberance. Mental protuberance. And mental tubercle is, I guess, there's like a little butt on your chin, and that's the tubercle. Ugh. I did a bad job with the line over here. Oh well. Mental tubercle. Hooray! So now we're done with the anatomy. Practice, everybody. Practice, practice, practice. What did we learn? Mandible without looking. Body of mandible. Angle of mandible. Coronoid. I don't know. Protuberance. Inferior dental arch. I'm going to remember that because it's inferior. I don't remember. I don't know. So, is that all that I absorbed from this whole experience? I know that there's like a cubicle or something. I mean, hey, we'll go through it. We've got ramus, mental protuberance, mental tubercle, inferior dental arch, coronoid process, condylar process. Cool, fun. So now, with the rest of class, we're going to do a couple gesture drawings, and then we're going to do a self-portrait, and then we're going to do a little critique, and then I'm going to do, send you guys off. Drop a comment below, like, what did you think of my upside-down drawing? Did I totally fuck it up? Would you have been able to do that if you were drawing upside down? Did that make you excited to try upside-down drawing? Are you starting to understand the concept of, like, L brain, R brain? But yeah, we're just here to practice drawing. Like, there's no stress. I know it's class, but there's no tests. We're drawing because we like to draw. We like to draw. So, get this fucking book out of my face. I never want to see it again. I'm just kidding. Next class. Hey, we're like pretty much done with that. We're getting pretty good at drawing the skull. After the skull, we're gonna do hands. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hands. So, I'm gonna walk you through how I do this. I draw my face. Quickly, I'm just gonna start off with a quick gesture drawing. So, scribble in the most basic features. I'm gonna disrobe because I'm the model. I forgot about that. Look away. Just kidding. Why can't I'm stuck in my shirt, everybody? I'm stuck. I need a robe. I'm working out. Because eventually we're gonna get to other parts of the body, and I'm gonna wanna have to be fit. Yeah, because once COVID's over, we're gonna be doing some live figure drawing, y'all. You can come to my class. This is how I talk. So, what do you want to go for when you're gesture drawing? You just want to be as general as possible. You want to go for basic shapes. You want to flesh out, you just want to get some marks on the paper as fast as you can. Focus on, you know, if something's darker than something next to it, that's kind of what you put in the drawing. Hmm. Hmm. Interestingly enough, this has the same sensation as the upside down drawing exercise. I'm just drawing what's next to what I'm doing. I have really big eyebrows, and that's darker. This could all be darker. That's good for the first gesture. Now we're moving on to another gesture, maybe a little bit bigger. Dividing it in half because the eyes go in the middle of the face. Do 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 do. So I know that this is the frontal bone right here. I'm looking at superior temporal line. I'm looking at the zygomatic bone. Superciliary arch. Glabella. I always draw the glabella way too big, and then it makes me draw the root of the nose and nason way too big. But you don't want to get too specific in your gesture draw, at least in the beginning. Like, specific drawings are composed of really good general drawings, like, oh, boo, 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 boo. Goodness gracious, I need to practice. I just want to be satisfied with the work that I do. Doesn't everybody? And I guess the way that happens is mostly by working hard and seeing the improvement in your own work over time, which is why it's so important to keep a notebook, like almost more so than having a really good portfolio. Like if you want to get into an art school or something, they want to see that you're drawing every day. They want to see that drawing is more than just like something that you do. I don't know, like. Oh, do 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 do. I need a model who doesn't move as much as I do. Because I move a lot and I never stop moving. So I'm doing something that I always do, which is focus on this one specific spot in the face. Apparently the mustache goes out past my eye. I don't think I've really been doing that. The lips are kind of from the nose to the eye. See, that's when it always starts to get kind of wonked. Right there. It's like I want everything to be in line. This is why we practice. It's like I can see the beard, but then it all gets wonked. Wonk, wonk, wonk. I'm just gonna have to start another one. Boop, 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 boo. If I were to have a really good gesture drawing, um, I feel like it would be so much easier to just layer everything on top of it and not worry about it. But I'm just like not getting it. I'll do one more. And I'm changing my pencil to my better pencil. Except there's marks in the middle of the page. So yeah. I might have to go back to pure contour drawing because I'm just like not even drawing well. But in a year from now, I'm going to have a class of like 1,000 people and we're all going to be drawing. What will we be drawing 10 years from now? Can you even imagine? I can tell you, I can imagine. We're going to be drawing butts 10 years from now. We're going to be drawing butts 30 years from now, and we're going to be drawing butts 100 years from now. Because butts are timeless. Whoa. Yeah, I guess that's how that goes. There's like a whole big thing over here. I'm going for a little bit of a different tactic to see how it turns out. It's turning out. This time I'm just trying to focus on my face if it were like a puzzle. But I don't think I really like the way that it's coming out so far. But maybe the next one will come out better. Sometimes drawing bigger is like easier because you can just tell the proportions between things like so much easier because you have more space to compare. Well, like when you draw small, you literally have like a millimeter to work with. There's a shadow on that side of my nose. And that goes up like that. And then it goes out and a little back in and back out again because I've got a big beautiful witch's nose. I've got like a shine on my cheeks. So I'm going to shade in behind my cheeks and we've got this line which goes like that. And eyelids. Ooh, we're getting eyelids in the picture now. My eyebrows are literally like as big as my whole face. So this would be the frontal bone, and this is, you know, superior temporal line. There's all shading underneath the eye. There's all shading. This whole thing should be darker. This whole thing should be darker. Sometimes they start out so good, and then the longer you work on it, the more you're like, what happened? I've got like this whole thing. I've got like a ball on my nose, and then the shading down my nose. I think my nose is supposed to come out. No, either that or my eye. I don't know. Something's just not right, but too late now. Fix it in the next drawing. I can see some hairs coming down. I have like a couple hairs going up that I really like the way that looks. If you're ever tired of drawing, just focus on like one thing that you like how it looks. And then just drawing that one thing. Like you can just draw one eye. You can just draw one lip today. You can just draw the nose. That's kind of how I started, of just drawing like one eye. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to try to draw another eye, and I'll draw the other eye. And sometimes they would be next to each other, but a lot of the times they weren't. And from that, sometimes I would be like, well, I'm just going to draw the nose. And then the nose would come out really good, and I'm like, well, now I'm going to put the eye because the eye's next to the nose. And then I would put in my second eye, and then all three of them look really good. And I'm like, oh my god, like, you can, in order to get a really good eye, all I had to do was draw a really good nose. So, how funny is that? Just kind of putting some touches on over here. I'm still not quite sure, like, I know I have to color in my lips, but I don't like coloring in. I'm still working out the difference between shading and coloring. So, I think it comes like way far back. I'm like, where's... trying to gauge. My phone is buzzing. What does that mean? It's 6 o'clock. That means they're probably eating. So I'm going to start finishing up, because this is already like my third drawing, and I've been drawing a lot today. I mean, it's a face. Yeah, usually, I don't know, I'm kind of just like over it right now. I feel like if I were to keep going, I can probably get like a better drawing out of this. Not even just this, but in general. If I were to make another 3 or 4 attempts, I'm sure at least one of them would be like really good. But I'm kind of just exhausted from drawing now. It's funny, sometimes drawing can be like so relaxing, and sometimes drawing can be like frying your brain. I know the eyebrows are supposed to be way different. I always start doing like, oh, I'm just gonna scribble at the end, and then just because you're done with the drawing doesn't mean you can put some really ugly lines on top. Ba 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 ba. Usually, if you just define the eyes, that's usually enough to like save a drawing. Just putting in. This is kind of what I did with the mandible. Like the finishing touches, a lot of the time, can make a huge difference in your drawing. So, you know, if you're frustrated and want to give up, just maybe throw in a couple final touches. Oh, I brought the chin down way too far. It's supposed to be up like here. Did I just do that? So another thing you can do is turn the face upside down. And when you do that, you can very clearly see, for some reason, what's going on. So actually, I'm like kind of pleased with this drawing because um, it's funny. I just started out with the eye, and I was building out. I wasn't focused on like drawing every single piece. Oh my god. And yeah, that's the difference between like really knowing how to draw is really simple because you just draw exactly what you see. So you wouldn't have to worry about like perspective. Drawing a hand in front of the face isn't really hard because two-dimensionally speaking, they're occupying the same space. But I mean, how do I explain this? It's almost like the perspective doesn't exist. I don't know. When you're abstract like that. So anyways, that's why we did the upside down drawings. So we're getting better at drawing what we see. We're really practicing drawing what we see without putting symbols, without trying to break it down and simplify it. Um, we have a part of the brain that's designed to recognize faces. It's designed to see patterns. It's designed for, vision. So don't fight it. And again, the left brain wants to pick up the task and start drawing. You need to do the exercises, Yos. So just to compare, because we do the critique, I'm kind of happy with this because even though it needs to be worked on, this is a fresher drawing than this. This is, oh, I didn't even draw on the ball or anything. Um, it's hard to describe. Like, this is a good one. Like, this one's overworked. This one's, again, overworked. The anatomy drawings are coming out better than my portraits. See, like this, you can see they're all like worse. That's an old mandible. Can I even compare it? I lost everything. I need to get a new book because now I'm just flipping around. The mandible we did today is better than this mandible, flat out. I wish I can find it. Oh wait, no, it should be over here, right? Shouldn't it? No, maybe not. We did that today. Oh, that was fun. We're at the end of class, so I really need to wrap this up. But I do want to compare the work that we did today to the work that we did earlier. So just give me 1 second. That's our old mandible. Oh, I can't without flipping it. Try to keep this in your mind. And then look at this one. This one is so much better. A or B? A or B? These lines are thick. Um, I didn't, I mean, I drew in the teeth right, surprisingly, but I didn't draw in the shadows around the teeth. And I didn't name any of them, and that's why I'm clearly still struggling with the names. Here we name them all, and we put in the time to like get get it all right. And I think that that happened because we did our exercises. So going back, what else do I want to show you? I don't know, like I had another couple good fresh ones. See, like this one I thought was good a long time ago, but now that we've been making better ones, I'm like, well, the stuff that we make better is now, or the stuff we're making now is better. Oh, here's another one. This is probably the only other example that I have in my book that's like, and again, it's like, it's just a sketch and scribbled in. But the way I put in the glasses with the eyes behind them and the nose and the lips, even the hand, I just scribbled in the hands, but there's like less struggle. You can see like if I'm putting in a line and it's in the wrong spot, like with the nose, you can see I tried to do the nose and then I put a correction next to it. So the nose is in two spots. And that's really freaking ugly. And I'm maybe the proportions out in a couple spots, but at least the drawing is like cohesive. It has gestalt because we, even though we're not, and this is again, we don't need to keep adding more skills. We need to refine the skills that we have. Edge detection is the first skill. And here, I didn't put the edge in the right spot. And here, maybe I didn't, but it's better. With same thing with the chin. I mean, like at least I have a straight, clear line. Over here, it's just a mess. Same thing with the hair. I'm just like, I give up. I give up. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Block in the eyebrows. So yeah, you need to be patient with yourself while you're drawing. Um, Start off really light and just build upon it. You know, it's supposed to start out like a ghost, and you're just bringing it into existence. It's like breathing smoke. So it'll get there. Yeah, drawing is a really slow process. If you're feeling frustrated and you want to finish your drawing faster because you want to have like a really nice portrait, and you're like, "Oh, I've been drawing this every single day and I'm not getting any better," you're doing it wrong. Um, Drawing comes from experience. Like if I'm doing push-ups, I can't just be like, I want to get ripped, so I'm going to do 100 push-ups. It's like, no, you need to start off doing 10 push-ups, and the next day you do 12 push-ups, and then the next day you do 15 push-ups. Look, I'm like a horse face. I did make an erasing, and I fixed the chin, so maybe that's a something that I'm better at is making the correction before I make the mistake. Look at this one. And I'm these are the same class videos that I'm doing where I'm just talking to you guys and drawing, but like that came out bad. The old anatomies are scribbles too. I just did this today. I'm gonna finish class on that. This is what I'm finishing class on. This is our upside down drawing, but right side up. And I'm just like really happy with the way that it came out. So we started with this, and we drew this exactly, and then we flipped it upside down, and we got this. So maybe you know how to draw. Maybe you just need to accept the fact that you already know how to draw. It's just a bunch of lines. It's just a bunch of lines, and you can draw it upside down. I mean, if I were to hang it on the wall, I would hang this up like this. And people would look at it and they would think that I drew it right side up. And I would say, no, I didn't. I drew the whole thing upside down. And it was easier to draw it upside down than drawing it right side up. And that's it. That's the secret. don't overthink what you're drawing. Just look at what you're drawing and be real. That's what it is. That's being an artist, is being real, drawing what you see. I love you guys. Just to review, that's what we do in our class. We want to become better artists. We want to become better figure drawers. I gotta stop saying my ums when I watch the videos. All I say is So yeah, highly recommend get this book. I'll read more of it tomorrow with you guys. It's Drawing on the Right Side of a Brain by Betty Edwards, a course in enhancing creativity and artistic confidence. They've got lots of good exercises. Today we did upside down drawing. Tomorrow we'll do negative space. Every day we'll do a reading from here, do an exercise, and then we'll do some anatomy book, draw from the anatomy book, gesture drawings, and then more of an actual self-portrait. I usually have Jason say goodbye, but I have this guy. You want to say goodbye, Mr. Picasso Man? Bye, everybody. I hope you had a good time. See, if I were to show you this drawing, oh my god. I'm so frustrated. The keyboard is on top of the mouse. If I show you this drawing, and not show you the actual Picasso drawing, like you wouldn't know if any of the lines were out of place because they're all just a bunch of lines. So even if you think your work is a piece of crap, if you show it to someone without a trained eye, they wouldn't even know the difference. Bye, everybody. Do your homework. Do some upside down drawings. Do some pure contour drawings. Leave a comment, like a subscribe. We're trying to build a community. You don't have to watch the whole video. I'll maybe do some links to show where I actually start drawing and maybe some good parts. But I really want everyone to draw every day. The more we draw, the better people will be. Yeah, this video is getting too long, so if I think of anything I want to add, I'll just add it in tomorrow. Oh my god, my muscles are so tight and sore. I've been working out for you guys. Really for me. I want to be healthy, but I'm modeling now. They're gonna be bigger later. I have to trim my nipple hair. I'm too sexy for my nipple hair, too sexy for my biceps. I'm too sexy that it hurts. Just kidding. In 5th grade, a girl told me in a comic, the only thing you're too sexy for is a pickle. Because we used to communicate in comics. So you can communicate in comic form. It's actually really, really fun. You just send them back. It's like passing notes, but in pictures. Speaking in pictures is fun. It's magic. This book is magic. If you want magic in your life, play an instrument. I'm kidding. Draw. Draw. Practice those stupid exercises. Draw the squiggles in your hand. Draw the vase, draw an upside down picture, and then show me. I will like it, I will love it, I will comment on it. I'm your biggest fan. Yeah. I can't wait to see what you do. I can't wait to see myself improve. The drawings that I'm doing now are like way better than my first. The videos, even like it's so much work doing the sound and the video. And the camera froze like 4 times. I'm gonna cut off now because I don't even know if any of this got recorded. I love you guys. I'm gonna go eat dinner. See you tomorrow morning. It's earlier than yesterday. Yesterday was like midnight, but today is earlier, and tomorrow I want to get this done like first thing in the morning. So Bye. Yeah, be yourself and create space for people to be free to be themselves. Draw some good things. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Sayonara.